Hello and good morning. My name is Michael Cups, and this is Time Bandit in 10. It's great to see you all, and very excited to have my guest Marin on, and I'll get to an introduction for him in just a moment, but be sure to go check out our website at timebandit.io. There you can read about the book, the upcoming app that's soon to be released, and Marin might talk a little bit about that in just a little bit. Marin, good morning and welcome, or good afternoon for you.
Thank you. It's afternoon. It's hello from sunny Croatia, and yeah, I'm very happy and I'm proud, and it's honor to be a part of Time Bandit 10. So I'm big fan of Time Bandit book, and yeah, I'm ready to start and hear a question.
Excellent. Well, good to see you. And it is sunny there, and I'm in sunny Tampa on my way home to Dallas. So we're both enjoying a little vitamin D there. So, well, why don't we start with just an introduction of yourself? I mean, you have so much going on as a founder and CEO. So tell us a little bit about you.
So I always thought that I'm ex-sportsman. So I'm professional sportsman. I played handball. Handball is known in Europe. If I say handball, you will think something different in US, but it's fine. So I was professional sportsman. Then I started 10 years ago. Actually, I saw yesterday a LinkedIn post, my first LinkedIn post ever, I think. So 10 years ago, I started this IT manager career. So I studied economics, finance, and it was actually occasional that I was drinking coffee with my friends from Croatia, and then we have decided to start something in IT business to build apps. And that was actually my first job in IT. Today I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Caelor. So Caelor is the company building Atlassian apps and only Atlassian apps. So our business is only Atlassian. If I say something like that here in Croatia, it's very strange because how you started to build Atlassian apps. But yeah, we are very successful. We are platinum partner of Atlassian, and we're growing very good. So that's very short.
That's awesome. That's very good. And what a background. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's get to the two questions I ask everybody on these interviews. The first one is, what is a time waster that you dislike the most?
So working without calendar, and I need to tell one thing. So I'm using few to-do apps. I'm trying to find the best to-do app, and this is maybe a short introduction about what we will release for Time Bandit soon. So I am planning my day the day before. Of course, it can be, so it happens that I'm starting my day without calendar, and I think that's the biggest time waster in my opinion. So if you start your day without planning your activities, so you have something that's very important but not urgent. If you're not planning an hour or two to do it, it's not in your calendar, then you are starting to read your emails, to answer Slack messages.
Yeah.
So for example, I have Slack, Teams, Google Chat, WhatsApp, Telegram. And if you're starting to do like that, your day will be a waste of time, in my opinion. So I can say, and I'm promoting it within my team, please plan everything. So do it with your calendar. You need to book 1 hour with yourself. Just turn off your phone, turn off your Slack, Teams, concentrate on what you are doing, and actually you will then have the best results. Without calendar, so it's usually a waste of time switching between messages and tasks. So
yeah, those digital distractions are huge.
Exactly.
We've had several people on this show that talk about those digital distractions and looking for ways to battle that. That's a good time waster to keep in mind. What about your time management tip? I'm guessing if I had money to bet on it, I would say you're going to talk about the priority matrix, the Eisenhower Matrix.
Yes, so 5 or 6 years ago, I heard about priority matrix first time, and actually, if you think about everything you are doing, it's important, urgent, and actually, if you start to think about that, everything what is important is not urgent, and the things that are urgent are usually, or in my case, it's always that it's not important. So then I started everything what I'm doing. I'm thinking before I start to do something, is it important? Is it urgent? And then I have started. So I'm in position that I can delegate. Then I started to delegate more. And everything what I'm doing, also on a private level, personal business or aspirational because, okay, I'm CEO, but I also want to do other things in my life, is with priority metrics. So with calendar every day and with priority metrics, I think that's the winning combination.
Yep.
And definitely the best thing you can do. If you compare it with habits, because we all need habits, we need to break bad habits, we need to create some new habits. It's a winning combination. If I can say something about the book, so you probably know about Getting Things Done, Atomic Habits, 7 habits of successful people, then you have 7 habits of most successful students, and so on. What Time Bandit is doing, actually, you have everything in one place. It's very short. You can read it in a few days, and it's a great book. So I also started to do some tips you have in your Time Bandit book, and again, I think it's a winning combination. So definitely, it's priority metrics is the number one for me.
Yeah, that's great, and thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate the mention of the book as well. And so let's talk about that. So you and your firm are helping build or actually you're building. I'm just I'm just looking at it when you get there, the Time Bandit app, and you're incorporating these things. But before we talk about that, I'm curious. Do you apply the Eisenhower Matrix to your team as well, or do you let them work it on their own, or do you prioritize as a team like that?
We are doing it in Jira. So
Yeah.
if you know Atlassian tools, there are few apps and features, and you can prioritize using priority metrics. But I think you need to put it on a personal level.
Okay.
What I suggested to my team is they need to define their role. It's okay, they have roles. So you are team lead in development, but actually they need to do it very carefully. So what I'm doing as a team lead, so what is actually my role, how I'm building people around me, and so on. Based on that, I'm asking them to prioritize things. So usually, as a CEO, I'm sending messages to Slack, do this and that, and I'm always telling them. So I'm doing it while I'm driving. I'm doing it late in the evening. So please do this and that. But I ask them always, okay, think twice about that. Is this something that's aligned with your role? Is this something you really want to do? Is this something like very important for your aspirational part? So do you want to be a better developer? Do you want to be a better person? If you don't think so, speak with me again. If you don't have time, just ask me like, okay, I have 2 other things to do today. What is more important for me? So what is more important for Caelor? What is more important for company? It's not that we have a planning with Eisenhower Matrix. I'm asking them to do it on a private or a personal level. I think that's the most important part. So you need to have the list of tasks you need to do, and then you need to prioritize. If you need help, ask me. I can tell you what is more important for you, what is more important for Caelor. But I think you can use priority metrics and Eisenhower method everywhere. So I think you can apply it everywhere because there is a role, there is something you want to be in the future, aspirational part. Just think twice about things you need to do today.
Yeah. And what I like about what you said there with the team is that if they go and reflect and take a personal decision on what's important, what's urgent to them, and then they come back to you and have an honest discussion, you can both make a better decision on what the priorities actually are. So I think that's a great method for doing that. So, as a former professional athlete and probably still do a lot of athletic things, running a company as an entrepreneur, as a founder and a CEO. I mean, what does your days look like? I mean, do you start with a rhythm of looking at the priority matrix, or do you in the evening with it and then you're ready for the next day? How do you organize?
I'm trying to organize every Friday or over the weekend. So I'm checking all meetings, and then I'm trying to find the gap in my calendar, and I'm just trying to assign some tasks. But I'm also doing it on a day level because a lot of things are changing. So also there are people who are giving tasks to me and asking me something. So I'm receiving important emails from Atlassian or from important customers. It's actually changing a lot, but always I'm reflecting and I'm trying to decide what is more important, and I'm trying to have less urgent tasks during the day. I think it's important to be always in a schedule. So if you know, so our audience, if you know priority matrix, you'll know. So there is a do first and there is a schedule. I think you need to have at least 50% of your day in schedule, because everything what is in schedule will be urgent very soon. So if you are not doing it, if you are not planning it properly, you will always be in the do first part of the matrix, and it's very dangerous, I think. So um, I'm not perfect, so I also have a lot of mistakes during the day. I also find myself, okay, I spend 2 or 3 hours just discussing in chats, so I missed some deadlines, I missed also my plan, but I'm trying to be better. So I know how to do it, but sometimes also I'm not the perfect person, of course. It's very bad to think so. If you are on LinkedIn, if you are on different social media, you always see that people are promoting how they are perfect. So you'll see that
Yeah.
they're building $1 million businesses and so on, but we are all doing a lot of mistakes, and I'm still doing this, but I know
Yes.
how to improve it. So
Yeah. I think that's a good advice with the schedule. I agree. And there's so much automation these days that you can schedule many things out in advance and still take care of those kind of timely things. And so you also are a new parent. Well, you've been a parent for a while, but you have a new addition to
yeah.
the family. So that adds another layer of kind of personal things that you have to prioritize as well, doesn't it?
Yes, so I need to be a better father as one of the roles I have on my list. And you also need to prioritize. The question is, do I want to work every day 20 hours, or I can just say it's enough for today and focus on my family? I think there are a lot of books about a lot of articles about comparing the private and personal part. I think it's actually the same thing. I'm the same person. So I can be sometimes strict with my kids or strict with my employees, but actually that's me. So I think I'm the same person on a private level, on a business level. So if I'm trying to act differently, it's very hard. So again, having tasks on a private level as well. Yeah, I also, I need to be honest. I have something in my calendar is like, call my grandmother or call my grandfather.
Yeah.
Why? So many people. So maybe you can laugh, right? So why you need to put this in calendar? It's just a reminder, because there
Yeah.
is one thing I said to myself, and I need to take care about them because they're getting older, and it's very easy to forget to call them and so on. So everything should be prioritized
Yeah.
on a personal, private, or business level. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not easy,
Well,
but
and let's talk a little bit about the app. Your team has been developing the Time Bandit app, which is kind of a culmination of what was written in the book about priority matrix and habits and building that, and kind of the whole self thing. I mean, it's in pre-launch now. It's exciting. What have you learned, or what are your insights about the app when it comes out, and what people should think about it?
it should be very easy to use. I think without too many features, without too many animations, I think everything like that is very distracting. If you are speaking about to do apps, you have so many to do apps on the market, and I think it should be very simple and easy to use. Um, what I realized during developments is that our developers have started to use it, what is actually a good sign. So they're asking me about, okay, how can I improve myself, and how can I improve myself using this app. Um, so my goal is that people are using it on a daily level, and they actually start their working day or the private day with the Time Bandit app. So I'm sure that user experience will be great. We are working a lot on it, and I can't wait to see it live. So
yep, and we're going to record another session just to talk about the app and the features in it, and
yes,
and get your experience with the priority matrix and as we launch that. So very good. So fantastic to talk to you, Marin, this morning. I appreciate your insights. We'll put this out on social media, and we'll follow up with another session, live session, to talk about the app and more about the priority matrix. Because what I like about you is you're a practitioner of it. It's you've been using it. You were using it before I met you, so that's even more fun because I think we can all learn from that experience. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. And if you stay on, I'll click this off and we'll chat real quick.